All right, so to set up your table, ooh, there's my Sharpie. So, I'll get to you afterwards. I'm doing this now. All right, so here's the deal. What page is my notebook on?
1.
No, it is not.
2.
This over here, that is page not 1 either. And this one here, that one is not page 1 either. But if you go to this page, so if this you thought was 1, and this you thought was 2, and this you thought was 3, this one you thought was 4, this one, that is page 1. Trust me. Just trust me. I just want you watching.
Wait, so why is it? But are we supposed to
Hold
put
on.
money thing?
All right, no, I just want you watching. Now, what's at the beginning of a book? Right. Title page. And then what? No, the index is at the end of the page. The index organizes the whole book by topic. So you may, if you're using the index, you may have to go to this page, then this page, then this page, because that topic is mentioned in several places in the book. What is at the front of the book? Not the index, the table of contents. What are contents?
The sections in the book.
Sections of the book. But is it only in a book?
No.
What else has contents? Go ahead.
I don't know if this is how you mean it, but a container.
A container, a box, the contents. Contents just means what it contains, right? It's not. Have you ever thought contents when somebody said contents, you think they mean context? No. Contents. What's inside? So a table of contents is not like the index. The index tells you where a certain idea appears, all the places it appears in the book. It's organized by topic. Table of contents tells you shows you how the book is organized. How? Sequentially. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first things first and the last things last, right? Table of contents put things in order by when they appear in the book. The index tells you where they are by topic, not order. So that's the difference between the index and the table of contents. So what I'm going to do is, there's a lot of pages in this book. Okay? So we have to leave space, several pages, so that we can write down where the topics are in order. What we did at the beginning of the year, what we did at the middle of the year, what we did at the end of the year. These are called margins. That's the top margin. That's the left margin, where you can see the line coming through. That's the right margin. And you should always leave a bottom margin. The last couple lines on the page should be a bottom margin. Now, up in the top margin, I'm going to label this what it is. It's the table of contents. You can. Okay? It's not page 1. It's just the first page of the table of contents. Okay? So you can go ahead and put that in there. On the very first one. Then I'm going to go to this next page that is not page 1. And what do you think I'm going to write up at top? Yeah, it's still the table of contents. Okay? Then I'm going to go to the next page, and guess what I'm going to write on top? Yeah, table of contents. Okay. Now, what do you think is going to be down on this line? Wait, this is like table of contents 1, table of contents 2, table of contents 3. What's going to be on this line? Oh, way down here. What's going to be on this line? Yeah.
Table of contents?
No. You're not going to write anything here. When would I write something here? Like tomorrow?
Near the end.
A week from now? Yeah, say it.
Near the end of the year.
Way, way down the end of the year, because each line is going to be a lesson, a topic of a lesson. So where are we going to put today's lesson? The very first one. But first, I need to have some headings for this table. I need to have the topic and the page. Okay? And then I can draw, and you're going to do that for all 3 table of contents pages. And your table of contents is set up. Now, every day you come in, while I take attendance or when I'm late from getting in because I've got hall duty, you go ahead and start in on this. You've got this filled out, so what do you think you have to fill in on your table of contents? Go ahead.
What today's lesson is.
What the lesson will be called and what page you're going to put it on. Some of you guys write big, and so you may use 5 pages. And so the next lesson may start on page 5. Some of you write very neatly and very tinily. And so you may still be on the bottom of page 1 for your lesson. So we will all probably have different page numbers for our lessons here. You just need where the page the lesson starts on, that's all. If we go back to the website, what's the first lesson going to be called? Anybody can shout it out. Haves and have-nots. Problems. Because remember, we're going to start with problems, then we're going to go to different lessons, and then we're going to go to a project solution. So we need to put haves and have-nots problems in our first splot. And I'm not going to use a crayon for this because I won't be able to write it neatly. So I'm going to just use a pencil. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in my first one. Haves and have-nots, problems. And that's going to be on what page? Page 1. Because we don't have any other, we don't have anything else in there. So then, I turn to page 1. And what do you think I put in the top margin here? Haves, have-nots, problems. Okay. Now, do you know what is another way of saying haves and have-nots in this context? Anybody? What's a have? Yeah, just say it. You have something. Who are the people that have stuff? Rich. Celebrities, rich people. Wealthy. And the have-nots are poor. Okay? So if we were to talk about countries and we were to talk about the haves or the have-nots, what would the United States be? We're one of the haves, right? And this is how you do Cornell notes. Okay, Cornell notes are also called 2-column notes, and you may have had a teacher show you. Have you? Now, 2 columns is just that, 2 columns, but I don't put it right down the middle of the page. I put it more towards the left than to the right. Now, this column is labeled questions. And again, taking notes is about making it easy. So I just put a question mark. And then I put / categories. So, the other side, if this side is questions, what do you think this side is? Answers. Yeah. Details. Okay, where would a word you wanted to define go? On the right or the left? Go ahead, just shout out. Left. Where would the definition go?
Right.
The right. So, is the definition longer or shorter than the word? It's longer. That's why I left this space. Now, should you write all your questions down one line after another? You should skip a couple of lines. If you write down the question, you may write down what you think the answer is, and then you may go learn something else later, and you may write that down there. You need to leave room so you can add to these later. That way you don't have to rewrite your notes. Rewriting your notes takes forever. Make it simple. I would leave several lines between each entry.